Hey y'all, I'm doing a interesting balancing act with my phone right now, so hopefully it doesn't fall off my steering wheel. I'm Dr. Kanisha, pharmacist by day, reseller by night. So I have just been to the local Goodwill here out in the suburbia area of Houston, Texas, and I picked up a few decent items. And remember, the Goodwill is going to be a little bit more expensive than the Goodwill bins, and so we're going to talk about pricing structure and then some of the comps I saw on eBay. So first, found this soft surroundings shirt. It's a little easier to see without my ring light, and it's an extra small. So you can see like the little embroidered sleeves. And it's really just like a soft green and gray, maybe hard to see because of me being in the car. And so kind of like a maybe 3/4 sleeve, a little above that. And it has a little high-low action. Here's the back, and then it's a little rib, so it's a little interesting color-wise and embroidery and high-low, because you're kind of looking for these few things that keep your item interesting. So the color and the texture and the patterns, that kind of thing. So this one was, I'm trying to think, $4.99? No, $5.99. $5.99, so basically $6, which of course the bins would have been probably $2, right? So my profit is a lot more. So $6, and the comps are really showing because of the strength of the brand, Soft Surroundings, it's worth a little bit more. So I'm hoping normal type top like this would only maybe be $15, maybe at most. With Soft Surroundings, it looks like it could be trending $25 to $30. So I'm going to try to get closer to that mark for the selling. Okay, so when I sell it, 25 to 30 would be nice, because I'm also trying to get my ASP up to around that $30 mark. So if I could get things at the bins for $2 and then flip to 30 all the time, that would be really great. So this second item, which I think is a man's vest or a men's vest. So Vineyard Vines, size large. This was $4.99. And so it's a really nice vest. It's not the fleece one that I've seen on eBay. It has zip pockets, full zip in front, and have the little whale in the back too. So the fleece ones were selling for about $69 for the comps in the last 90 days on eBay. So I'm thinking at least 30. Because I believe it was a plaid men's shirt that was a Vineyard Vines that sold for $30. So I'm thinking 30, maybe $45 because of the strength of the brand. So a lot of things these two items that I did get today were for the strength of the brand, and I was okay with paying up a little bit more than I would pay at the bins. The last item are shoes. I'm trying to slow down getting shoes right now because I don't really necessarily want a whole room of shoes, nor do I have a place to put all those shoes. So I have this second closet that has some shelves in it that I keep maybe like 30 pairs of shoes. So once I start going over that, I try to stop purchasing and I start to, adjust the listings for the shoes that are in there, adjust the pricing structure, look at the pictures, see if they're appropriate to see why the item isn't selling. So these are Fergalicious boots, which I've owned a pair and actually are pretty comfortable. They were kind of like a punk rock kind of shoe. I had to toss them away because the heat of Texas ate them up, but they were pretty comfortable, and they were like a small heel. These are a chunkier heel, as you see here, but this is like perfect boot. And since we're still in like peak winter season for a lot of people, and I know there's some winter storms coming and stuff like that, they looked brand new. Heels looking really great. They were $9.99, a bit more than I wanted to pay, I'll be honest. $5 or $6 would have been much better for me, but I mean, look, nice texture, almost pretty much brand new. And then they're also a size 11. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, season's great, size is great. It's a nice black neutral booty, lots of texture, and it makes it just more interesting. I'm like, I just couldn't even pass it up. It still actually had a little paper inside too. So I'm thinking, at least when I looked up the comps for a lot of the taller boots, some sold for $60. So I'm thinking there's a possibility these could go for $30. So we'll see. It's hard because they pay $9.99 for them, so the profit won't be as high. But what I had in mind this time is, I don't know if you guys have used Terapeak, what is the correct name? It's called Terapeak Research or something like that on your eBay dashboard. And I'm trying to remember where you find it. It wasn't on the front, but it's either like somewhere, oh, it's under research. So at the very top, over to the right, it'll say research. And when you click that, because I have never really been inside, I decided I'm going to develop an eBay course where I kind of teach a few things here and there. And so I'm like, that's something that should be taught so people actually can look to see, okay, well, which items are selling. Because what I found in there was, it was telling me different categories that would be a great opportunity to look at to sell. So great opportunity, good opportunity is, and it's literally listed to the right of the category. So I saw women's coats, jackets, vests were on that list, and it would show you the impressions. So kind of an idea of like how many people see it, that kind of thought process. So the impressions, so it was, you know, in the millions, and it was telling me that this is a great opportunity. So women coats, jackets, vests, women's boots were on there. So it kind of went ding ding in my head when I saw those, and they were great size, great color, all that stuff. And the same with the blue vest. And then it was also talking about activewear. We've been talking about that a lot. So, you know, the leggings and the activewear jackets also were really good. So those are just a few categories where I'm like, okay, so it'd be nice to, you know, whatever, maybe once or twice a month to at least look at this Terapeak listings to see, okay, what are great opportunities right now? What are people looking for? So which means when you go out, your brain goes right to, okay, coats, jackets, vests, booties for women, and then I think men said activewear too. So which means all these, like, I've sold a lot of Under Armour sweatshirts and things like that. So it's all activewear, comfy wear. So be on the lookout for those. And now I'm thinking I should have, while at the store, look deeper into the activewear area. Although I'm in the Sugarland area at the moment, and usually the activewear is pretty worn out and I don't find anything, so I think that's why I skipped it. But I shouldn't have skipped it. But I did look in the activewear jackets, because there always seem to be a lot of fleece jackets are selling really well, those Under Armour sweatshirts. So take a look at your Terapeak listings, okay, so you can really see what people are buying. And then we need to do more research in general. So can you guys tell me, where are you guys doing your research right now? Is it you're checking out other YouTubers that are up on fashion and really know their stuff? Because I know Jack and Ryan really know their stuff, and so it's great to go and see that, okay, mom jeans are in, the looser fit jeans are in, you know what I mean? Or the collared shirts that are just the basic white, black, different colors, tunic style are in. So you get an idea of when you're out, like, hey, I should check for these. And then also, of course, what makes those items interesting. So the research is super important. And then lastly, I was listening to a story of two men, African-American guys, that were talking in the Goodwill. So one of them was talking about his friend that actually had an eBay store. And he was like, man, he's so like military with his business. And because he's starting to talk about, okay, well, you know, he sells like $5,000 worth of items a day. And he has all of his items in a small warehouse, it sounded like. And he was like, yeah, he'll sell the item. He'll he's everything packed up with numbers on it and in poly bags, so he knows where to find them. And then he'll quickly print the label and ship it out. And he's, you know, making $5,000 a day. And he was like, man, you know, pardon me for, he's like, man, you know, he's listing like 25 items a day. It's crazy. He'll come into a place like this and he's like, why not flip something from 6 to 50? And I'm thinking, heck yeah. And his friend is going, nah, man. He's like, that's not just military. He's running it like a business. And then his friend goes, you know, man, we could do that too. He's like, problem is, the two of us would be listing one day, not listing the next days. And I'm thinking, consistency matters. I mean, because we're always talking about that. Consistently listing, you have to consistently be purchasing items and listing them, not developing a huge money pile or clothing pile that we have that we never get to. So it's super important to be consistent in all of those areas in order to create a business, in order to be successful in business. So it was a fun story to listen to, because I'm thinking, yeah, your boy's getting it. So I'm like, but you guys are saying that you may not be able to do it because you don't have the consistency that he has, listing 25 items a day regularly. And I'm like, so which means he's working for himself, making $5,000 a day. It's some things to think about. So I would love to have you guys tell me where you're doing your research for your category. Whatever your category is, where do you go to look to see what's in, what's trending, what are people buying? I'd love to know. And have you used Terapeak? And is there anything interesting that you learned about Terapeak that some of us would love to know? So thank you for joining me. My phone stayed up. I'm so excited. Once again, I'm Dr. Kanisha, pharmacist by day, reseller by night. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will be back later. Maybe tonight, because I want to show you guys some good stretches that I've been doing. So I told you guys I want to mix up the channel a little bit. So a little bit about reselling, a little bit about multiple streams of income and finances, but then a lot of wellness talk too, because that's also my thing. So I'm going to show you guys some late night stretches that I usually do for like when your back is stressed and you have knots and you're just feeling the tension all here, lower back, upper back. So I'm going to show you guys some things. But anyways, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.